I need your help with the business proposition. I do side hustles so that I can homeschool my kids. I have a photography business that I'm able to do on the weekends, and it's wonderful, but it's not something I can do with kids with me as I'm photo shooting people, you know? So it's tough to be able to do that during the weekdays. Well, actually, I can't do it during the weekdays unless I have a babysitter. But since I homeschool my kids and my main focus is my kids, like I don't want to take time away from my kids. So I found on Facebook this proposition of a guy who had a landscaping route and he was selling it. So we started talking to him. He told us how like he had this landscaping route so he could pay for his kids' college. And I told him how like we were thinking about doing a landscaping route when my kids get older so that they can have a job and they can learn about entrepreneurship, and everybody needs their lawn cut, right? Either by themselves or by a company. So it just kind of like happened really fast where I was like, well, let's just get some information. Fast forward like 4 days later, I sit down and I talk to him and I'm very interested. He's a single guy, he's in his 60s. It's in a retirement community, and it has an HOA, so it has to be done. And retirement community, they either don't want to do it themselves or they don't want these big giant conglomerate companies to do it for them. So he says he has these customers for 7 years and they're very, very loyal and they become friends. He wants someone who's going to be like a relationship to them. Totally me. That's what I have with my customers in my business. So I say to him, I'm very interested. I just have to talk to my husband about numbers. And basically he tells us for 40 customers, he wants, and this is the hard part, he wants in between $25,000 and $28,000. Yes, that was a very big number for us because everything that I was calculating and all of the information I was getting from the internet was staying in between 10 and 18,000 max. So then we looked at the pros and cons, and it's all in one neighborhood. He would have to guarantee that all of the customers re-signed at least 40. And we wanted to do kind of like a special financing where, say we guarantee $25,000. He would get 60% up front, and then at the end of the season, if 85% or more of those customers continue with our services, he would get the remaining amount, which I think is fair. If he is saying to us that they are very loyal customers, they're gonna stay. If it is not something that if we caused an issue and they cancel services, that's not included in the percentage. If they pass away, if they move, obviously that's out of our hands. Like there's nothing we can do about that. But the people who were sent to us, who stayed with us, unless they left for a problem that we caused, it should be 85% of those clients. It's a big risk. It's something that we thought about in the future. My husband's very excited, but it's very scary that he's wanting in between $25,000 and $28,000 for something that may not even be guaranteed. And I understand that there are risks out there that you have to take so that you can start a new business. And listen, I've done it. But it's scary. And it's also, one thing I think about too is like, this is nothing against student loans or anything, but like this is literally a trade that we're buying that technically is guaranteeing a job. It's just we need to guarantee those people stay, you know, but you can always market and you can always get new customers there. You can also do other services. So like he was saying, cutting hedges or weeding, things like that, that could bring in more money as well. So that's like a guaranteed job that we're getting from purchasing this. And I think of it like if we were to buy a student loan for a degree that like doesn't come out with a job, that's where I'm like, this is a risk, but it's not as risky. So I need your help. I need your opinions. If you have experience in this, please let me know because we think it's a great idea. He needs to start doing his phone calls at the beginning of March. So we only have 5 days, not even, oh my gosh, 4 days to be able to make a final decision. And he did accept our offer. We have to talk about the financing, which I feel like is very fair. You know, you say these customers are loyal, you should have no problem getting those customers, you know, to stay and you get your continued bonus or whatever. But I need your help.